In multiple case, -5, -5. In full arch restorations, -10 and almost 30. And based upon these single concepts, we can expand concept into the full mouth case. So, as I mentioned before, in partial edentulous case, patient only need one times. So first visiting we prepare the all, and the second visit we can do the surgery. But in full mouth case, patients have to visit 3 times. So third times they can receive the implant. That's why, because in edentulous case we don't have some radio pack. We don't have some radio pack structure. It means there is no tooth, right? So we have to use this kind of special tray. That's why, because one time visiting is increased. So in a full mouth case, full edentulous case, we have to prepare this kind of the full edentulous arch tray. It is almost the same as the wax sling in full denture case. So using this, we can decide the patient vertical dimension and central relations. But most important thing is material. The base plate of this wax limb is light cured material. Light cure means it has a photoinitiator, and if some material has the photoinitiator, its characteristic is radio pack. Right? So when we making this kinds of the wax ring, we make the ready-made, this kinds of the radio pack, light cured denture base material. It is very easy. Taking impression and making a stone model and put on this plate on a stone and push down and cut up the border using the knife and then cure it. After that, put on a wax ring. After that, patient the second visit. First visit take only impression, right? And prepare the tray. And patient second visit, we starting this kind of the procedure. Put in a wax ring without impression materials and determine the vertical dimension based upon your concepts. Normally I use this kinds of the gauge, and then after deciding the vertical dimension and the century, I make some notch groove on a wax. After that, put in a mouse again. This gauge name is the Tsubone gauge. It's very useful method. After making the notches like this, this is for the registration of the bite materials. And then put in the mouth and squeezing the bite material. And closing the mouth. And then taking a CBCT. After taking a CBCT, the CBCT condition is the vertical height, right? And central relation is this side. After that, put out the rim and the bite registration material. And this tray is sent to the center. But when you're taking the CBCT, you have to keep this rule. How many people use the CBCT in your clinics? All of the CBCT machine has the bite gene, right? But when you're taking the full mouth case, you have to remove bite jig on the CVCT machine. That's why, because if you bite the bite jig in the wax ring, the posterior bite is rise up, and sometimes it is tilt down. So when you're taking the CVCT in full mouse case, put out the bite jig on a CVCT machines. This is mandatory. After that, we obtain this kind of image. Can you see this radio pack image? And we totally matching the, not only the point, we totally matching the surface like this. So it is more accurate. But CVCT, as I mentioned before, CVCT has a 300 micrometer tolerance. So this is the how to matching the STR and the CVCT. And then, as I always mentioned, and we put in a diamonds to vexel and place the implant. In this case, I placed the 12 implant and ordered the provisional restoration and started the surgery. And in full mouse case, we send this silicone bite. So after biting very heavily, and then put in a fixation screw, and then starting the drill 12 times. Be patient. Without bone graft, it takes only 1 hour. So using a 1 hour, drilling again, and putting an implant 12 times. Actually, 12 implant is too much, right? And checking the all of the signs, numbers. In full mouse case, full arch case, do you remember the numbers? 60, ISP 60, IQE was the 30. Cross arch spleen case. All of the sign is the group order loadings. So in this case, we already know this sign will exposing in virtual plane state. So after placing the implant, open the plate very minimally and using the Eisen membrane, tiny mesh membrane, I did the bone graft and correcting the provisional restoration. At this moment, I'm placing the non-hex. It is more easy to place the implant. And each single implant is placed and connecting the rigid connection using the resin cements. So without sinus bone graft, we place the shoe implant here. After 3 months, checking the oral of the implant status, and then connecting the customized implant and place the provisional restoration. After that, this case turn into the natural tooth case. There is no put out the customized implant. It's a natural tooth case. So changing the prosthesis like this. So misunderstanding about the guide surgery is many people thinking when I'm using the guide, I can only using a plastic surgery. That is incorrect. Using the guide, we can obtain implant positions. So it means using the guide, we can making the top-down treatment concepts, not plastic surgery. How about this? After placing the implant, we open the flaps. We already know these conditions, exposure, upper exposure. So after placing the implant, open the flap and placing the Eisen membranes and suturing. After that, 6 months later, we obtain a buccal bone like this. During 6 months, this patient wear the full denture. And this is the region. We obtain a nice implant positions. Like this. And change the customized abdomen and provisional restoration. How about the upper and lower? Same. Taking an impression and prepare the upper and lower wax ring, right? And then taking the CVCT and diagnose the wax up, place the implant, and then Flemish surgery is done. This patient's general condition was very not good. So even though there is a bone defect, we have some negotiate with the patient. Anyway, using the Flemish surgery, this kind of a nice implant position. Can make this kind of implant position with a plain incision? Maybe nobody knows, nobody plays implant like this. How about the region? It's all of the implant placed in a safety shoes. This is the final result. So today's my message is this. Kinesthetic surgery means, in a favorable operation site, it means favorable means he'll reach or blah blah blah. In this case, based upon the scientific data, we can serve the minimally invasive surgery to the patient, or if bone condition is good, we can offer the one-day. So it's totally dependent on our strategy. If we found some favorable conditions, yes, we can make some strategy for the one-day implant. But unfavorable operation site, we only obtain the 3D implant positions. So this is today's my message. And this is some case. So how about this? Upper maxilla is a little bit hard than mandible. So when I place the virtual planning, mandible is quite good. So using a guide, I place the 6 implant, but how about the maxilla? There is no bones in posterior. So I can place only 1 implant here, using 5. So how about the opposite side? It's good. So simultaneously, with bone graft, sinus bone graft, and place the implant. So the best merit of the stent is I don't care about the implant position. Why? Because according to the stent, I can implant. So my first job, I only concentrated the bone graft procedures. So both sides, open the sinus and bone graft. After that, place the stent and place the implant. That is less stressful to me. So normally in sinus bone graft, I use the piezo. How about this? We found some nice cortical bones. So if we choose the optimum diameter, we obtain a nice initial stability. After I extracted the first molar, I can directly see the Schneider in my hands. So it is very easy to sinus bone graft. It's totally dependent on the bone quality. And how about this? This is quite good. After sinus bone grafting, place the guide and place the implant. And then pick up the picture, put in. How about 60, 30, and then after healing period, we can place the 2 more implants with the plan incision. Nowadays, we make some concept of the oral form. Many European dentists or United States dentists ask for us, why medicine don't make the oral food systems? So nowadays, we make this kind of the concepts. Furthermore, we can serve the digital dentures. So this is the CAD/CAM dentures. So using the Octa document, we can make these kinds of results. So in a full mouth case, we have to use this ankle kit. So this is not the same cases, but totally different. We have a lot of porcelain options. So this is another options. We make the roll first and then make the maxilla second. So extraction first and waiting 2 months. After healing period, we can start the surgery. So there is steady bite and then fixation the screw. Normally in mandible, there is a very thick cortical bone. So using a 2.0 grit, perforate the cortical bone and then put in a fixation screw. After that, put out the silicone putty, and bone quality is very good for starting the drilling very carefully. Sequence is based upon the hard bone case. So putting an implant it's a little bit boring to see the drilling status. So putting an implant and checking the top 65 and then place 1 implant. How about the bone quality? It's good, pretty good. So start the second implant insertion. So after preparation the bone, put in a fixture. It means I know this situation because we know already bone quality. How about this? It's a little bit soft bone. So under drilling, small drilling. And then place a 4.5 like 10 mm. 30 Newton. And I connected some special screw. Using this, we can obtain a more stent stability. How about here? Medium bone density. So, based upon the medium bone density, place the implant. And control the implant vertical depth and exposition. 60 Newtons. All of the implant was placed. And then remove the anchor pin and I'll replace the 1 more implant in the anterior region. Okay. How about this condition? We can see the buccal exposure, right? So there is 2 ways. One is the bone graft. The other is the ridge split with the bone graft. I decided the ridge split here. So open the flaps. And puncturing the bone. And cut up the sharp ridges, sharp edges like this. And using a piezo, we make the ridge split procedure like this. And then I place the stent again. And this screw is very useful. There is no fixation pin need because I already placed this implant one. So using this implant, I connect the stent again. It's very useful thing. After that, can you see the split side? And using this hole, I use the bone expander. It's the right direction of the expansion. And then drilling again and place the implants, mini implant, and GBR again, and suturing. At this time, patient, it takes about 1.5 hours, so patients say, it is so hard. How about the connecting the prosthetics next week? Why not? It's good. Good to me. Because I can save the time. So 1 week later, connecting the ready-made customized abdomen. This is the G. And connecting again. And this is the multiple case. So when you, even though we use the guide, there is a around the 2 degrees accumulated full implant. So almost 10 degrees errors accumulated. So we have to make some error compensation system. So we make the double crown system in this case. So this inner crown is perfectly fit with the customized abdomen, and make the outer crown is very large in the space. And using these gaps, we can compensate the gap errors. So put in the inner crown first. And this is the outer crown, very thin shell. It's a kind of the shell. And put in some resin cement inside. It's a dual cure resins. After that, put on a mouse and bite. And the bite is perfect. After that, curing. And when you put out this crown, the inner crown is perfectly matching the margins. And control the vertical occlusal force. It's very important things. And this is the Samsung. This is the Samsung. And after sanitation, finish the surgery. And then extract the upper tooth and waiting 1 or 2 months. And then starting the upper surgery. It's the same things. So Pontivite and full mouth stents, and the anchor pin, I will place the 3-point anterior, posterior bone. Normally in maxilla, the bone is a little soft, so without perforating the bone, directly self-tapping is possible. And put out the Pontivite and starting the drilling. Based upon the bone quality, drill. All of the drill sequence is based upon the bone qualities. And then pick up the aneurysm implant and put in an implant. And checking the torque. How about it was over 70? So from single implant, we know everything. Bone density checking and making the drill sequence, and follow the drill sequence. And put in a cover screw. Using that, we can make the more stability of the stent. So normally when I place the full mouth case, I place the both molar side first. After that, I connecting the additional screw. Using that, I obtain a more stable stent status. So place here first and then press the opposite side. How about the toe? Pulley. Actually, in video, after checking the height with ISQ is shown, but it is impossible. So after placing all of the implant places, put out the stent and then checking the ISQ. Same protocol. So all of the implant was placed. And when I see the virtual planing, I can see some of the exposure, buccal exposure of the thread. So after placing the implant, open the flaps and checking the implant status. It is almost the same as the virtual plane status. So additional bone graft was done. It's a very minor bone defect. So everybody can do this kind of the bone graft. And put in a reservoir membrane and suture. And after 2 weeks, we're connecting the provisional restoration again. Checking the ISH value again. There is no decrease in the ISH value. And put in a screw retaining time, provisional restoration. It's a kind of the denture tooth arrangement, and checking the occlusal condition very carefully. And finishing connecting the prosthesis. Normally in Korea, if patient is very kind and follow the dentist, we place some service implants.
So in this case, you're going to screen them all, right?
Yeah, right.
After the individual school weekend.
Yeah, right. Cross-hatch split is very important. So after placing the provisional restoration, I evaluated the site. I found the one thing: this patient arch width is totally different. Mandibular arch width is more wider than maxilla. So occlusion condition is the edge-to-edge bite. So I have to expand the maxilla. So without using the fixed type of prosthesis, it is a little bit difficult. So I made some hybrid type of prosthesis. That is the denture. So I connecting the multi-unit abutment and correcting the all of the paths and making the 3D digital denture, which is a hybrid dentures. After that, put in a provisional restoration. This is the provisional restoration. And then checking the occlusion condition. You can see the very nice occlusion conditions. After that, making the final screw retained denture. This is the zirconia. This is the split dentures. This is multi-unit abutment, and placing the final restoration like this. Using the multi-unit abutment, you can flatten the angles like this. 3D denture is very useful because this is some of the paleo case. So we place the 3 implant each side and connecting the locator on a bar. And using this kind of process, we can make the rib support natural. So this denture is a 3D denture. 3D denture means it's a totally different conventional denture making. It's a drawing using the CAD/CAM system and mill the tooth part and base part. After that, cementation. The advantage of the 3D denture is we can draw the tooth very freely. So when you're using the conventional denture, we use the artificial tooth, right? But this artificial tooth is not exactly matching the opposite natural tooth. But when you draw the tooth, we can easily making the individual customized tooth. Like this. And this is the bar, and this part is the locator will be connecting. And in a mouse, directly connecting the attachment. And put in the mouse. So this is one of the live surgery cases when we make the Romanian centers, and at the time we did the live surgery. Prepare the oval stands and prepare the overdenture. But through this case, I run one thing. It's Corn's crown denture type. But even though we use the stents, the Corn's denture is a little bit dangerous because each implant is separated. So road is not harmonious about all of the implants. So one or two implant is extremely overall situation. So rigid connection is more important in clinical situations. So actually this